I will never forget the day my friend walked into the salon and never came out. It all started one hot afternoon in our small town. There was a new women's salon that had just opened near the riverbank. The building looked different from all the other shops, painted in shiny blue and gold, with a strange sweet smell always floating from inside. People said the owner was the most beautiful woman they had ever seen. Her skin was smooth like water, her hair long and shiny, and her eyes did not look normal. They seemed too bright, almost like they were made of light. Her name was Madame Lila. No one knew where she came from. She never went to the market, never joined town meetings, and no one had ever seen her in church. But her salon was always full of women who wanted to look beautiful. People said she could make your hair shine like the sun and your skin glow like fresh honey. One day, my friend Ada told me she wanted to go there. I warned her. My grandmother had told me old stories about the river and its spirits. She said there are spirits who take human form, pretending to sell beauty, but in truth, they are looking for something else, maybe your soul, maybe your life. Ada laughed and said, "It's just a salon, not a shrine." We went together. Inside, it smelled like flowers I had never smelled before. There were mirrors everywhere, but when I looked into them, I felt dizzy. It was as if the mirrors were showing me a softer, prettier version of myself, whispering, "Stay here, stay beautiful forever." Madame Lila welcomed Ada with a smile. She touched Ada's hair, and I swear I saw a drop of water run down her hand, even though it wasn't wet in there. I told Ada I would wait outside. Minutes passed. Then an hour. Then 2. Women came in and left looking more beautiful than ever. But Ada didn't come out. I asked Madame Lila, "Where is my friend?" She just smiled and said, "She is still being perfected." By evening, I pushed inside again. The salon was empty. The mirrors were dark. Madame Lila stood alone, combing her long, wet hair. "Your friend has gone home," she said without looking at me. But Ada never came home. That night, I went to the river to look for her. The moon was bright, and the water shimmered. I heard a laugh, soft, sweet, and familiar. And there, just under the surface of the river, I saw Ada. Her hair was long and flowing like Madame Lila's. She smiled at me, but her eyes were no longer her own. The next morning, the salon was gone. The building stood empty, dusty, as if no one had ever been there. Some people still say Madame Lila moves from town to town, opening her salon near rivers. She chooses the most beautiful women and keeps them forever. And whenever I pass a river, I never look too long into the water.